Hello everybody, welcome. This is the first time you hear my voice. Well, that's because I record my voice. Well, today we are gonna play Mount&Blade Warband with the Perisno mod. What that mod is, you will see, because yeah, we're gonna do some gameplay, and I hope you will like it. Here we are. Welcome adventurer to Perisno, where elves roam in the forest, dragons lurk and the story is told, and the vast lands reach far and near. There are many major factions fighting to control territory, while the minor factions are out to cause trouble and wreak havoc among the people. You have been chosen to rise to greatness, to find your destiny. Enter warrior, the world of Perisno, where you might never return. But I like to disable that because I can't see any city stand. Then I don't know where to go. That's a male. I would like an elf. Yeah. You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was, well, veteran warrior, I guess. Yeah. As a child, your family scrabbled out a meager living from your father's wages as a guard to the local lord. It was not an easy existence, and you were too poor to get much of an education. You learned to mainly how to defend yourself on the streets, with or without a weapon in your hand. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as, yeah, well, if I don't have much money, I guess a craftsman's apprentice. Yeah, so I could make my own weapons or something. Yeah. As a boy growing out of childhood, you apprenticed with a local craftsman to learn a trade. After years of hard work and study under your new master, he promoted you to journeyman and employed you as a fully paid craftsman for as long as you wish to stay. Then, as a young adult, life changed as it always does. You become a square. Yeah, well, I want to kill people, so yeah, I guess yeah, that will be nice. Whew. Though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. When you were named squire to a noble at court, you practiced long hours with weapons, learning how to deal out hard knocks and how to take them too. You were instructed in your obligations to your lord and of your duties to those who might one day be your vassals. With an addition to learning the chivalric ideal, you also learned about the less uplifting side. Old warriors' stories of ruthless power, politics, of betrayals and usurpations, of men who used guile as well as valor to achieve their aims. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was lust for money and power. I want to be the biggest lord of Perisno. This is the last inheritance you choose to take with you as you start your legend. The great bow of your father and its large quiver of arrows. The great repeating crossbow of my father and its large quiver of special bolts. The great lance, light warhorse and medium armor of my father. The hidden treasure of my family and connections with free traders. The great armor of my ancestors and a mount I can ride. Secret physical trainings of my lineage. The elephant of my father and the ability to ride it. The secret medical techniques and hospitals, knowledge of my lineage. Well, elephant. Well, that will be really badass, but I'm great at Mount&Blade with a bow, so I will go for the bow. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old lives and become an adventurer. For everyone else, it's clear that you're now motivated solely by personal gain. You want to be rich, powerful, respected, and feared. You want to be the one whom others hurry to obey. You want people to know your name and tremble whenever it is spoken. You want everything, and you won't let anyone stop you from having it. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. Well, I would do realistic, but I played this morning and I well I died and lost everything. So I never do this, but else it wouldn't be fun to make you watch this, because then I would start all over. It can better level up. Surgery is very handy because when my party members will be wounded, they don't die immediately. It just wounded. So yeah, I will do that. Persuasion is always really helpful. If you have prisoners, you can with more persuasion you get easily more prisoners in your army. Let's have a look. Riding, well, horse archery, yeah, that would be handy. Foraging, yeah. 5 food per skill level, camp seeds, raiding and creep. Okay. Tactics, always handy. You get when you enter battle, you get a higher chance of winning the battle, because yeah, the tactics of your army is higher. Pathfinder, you can yeah, on the map you can walk fast. Athletics, always, yeah, it's nice. Faster running. And spotting, yeah. Let's have a look. Archery, one-handed. Yeah. Alright, name. An elven name. Ilmar. Oh, wait, that looks like and yeah, it's almost the same on this. So I will Mjolnir. Hundal Nor. Mjolnir Hundal Huldanir. Mjolnir Hundanir. Yeah, sure. Hundanir. Yeah, that's Mjolnir Hundanir. We will start this adventure here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Just a couple of times randomizing. Oh, yeah. Reset. Okay, I like this a bit, so I will. It's gonna be an elf, so I need to think about how elves look in movies or games. Mostly they have blonde hair, pretty long hair. Well, can I make this? No. Well, oh, only those two have blonde hair, so I will pick this one. This one looks a bit friendlier. Yeah, sure. Beard. No, not a nice beard. Let's have a look. No, this is a bit too wild. Let's have a look. Ah, yeah, this looks pretty nice, actually. Bit older. Something like this. He's been through many fights and wars, so he looks a bit old. Oh, yeah, like this. Adventure starts here. You hear about Perisno, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy, a haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key of your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and at whatever course you take, great adventures will await you. Drawn by the stories you hear about Perisno and its kingdom, you join a caravan to Lesbire in the kingdom of Tulrania, join a caravan to Murden Hall in the Reich des Drachen, join a caravan to Kulfara in the Drahara Desert Nation, take a ship to Meccan in the Macavian Republic, take a ship to Forniror in the Redwood Nation, or join a caravan to Amarna in the Heckan Empire. Why does Reich des Drachen? Isn't that something with dragons? Well, Redwood. That sounds familiar. Is it something with elves? Well, why not? You came by ship, skirting the cliffs where the elven, there we are. The elven woodlands meet the sea. Much of the coastline was obscured by tendrils of fog that snaked down to the river valleys, but occasionally you caught sight of a castle watchtower rising above the mist. And on one occasion a beacon fire burning to warn of an enemy Warband. You knew that you were relatively safe at sea, as you were too far south to risk encountering the sea pirates who troubled the coast of the Acavian lands. It was still a relief to reach the Self estuary gateway to the port of Forniron and see a elven warboat riding at anchor, its pennants fluttering in the evening breeze. Continue. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Forniron, and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden you hear a sound that stands the hair of your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Well, we're gonna play it. Alright. Well, oh, there it is. Oh, shit. There we are. One shot. A spear. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for your other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our street at night. Although, heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with some. Let's talk more inside. Out here we don't know who's to listen. The merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while checking the street, and then, finally convinced you have not been followed, comes near you to speak. Continue. Merchant of Fortniron. Now, let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills, driven by banditry, by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder. leaving the camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for an wary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting in the frontiers. Fewer men to keep an eye on the streets. But I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking. A lad from a prominent house, out alone after dark in the times like these. Well, I suppose you were too. But you're a stranger here, and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse, but his family. So, what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either. And I can't have that. No, that the gang will soon send word about our ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you won't be coming to Perisno to seek for your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe in return. You'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you think? Well, man, I don't know you, but I'm interested. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try and take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted. Aware of. You first want to round up a group of volunteers. There's always a few lads in the villages around here, looking for a bit of work that's more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay, so take the spurs of 100 alrums. Consider it in advance of your reward. Go around to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Very good, sir. I'll go collect some men from around the villages. Good. You can find me again in the tavern here in Flamebringer after you've got your group together. Then we'll speak about what we do next. Alright. Yeah, I know. I've been playing so. Yeah.